Umar, right here in front of you. You kind of asked for the quick turnaround. You wanted to fight before Ramadan after the last win. So did this all come together perfectly for you?
Yes.
And you're happy with Deiveson as the opponent?
Yes, why not? Like, doesn't matter who.
You're the biggest favorite on this card, like a very, very big favorite. Are you surprised that there's so much faith in you from everyone? Like, I think you're like 10-1 on the betting odds. I don't think a former champion has been such a big underdog like Figueiredo is.
По ставкам ты поняла?
You know, I never think about that, and I don't care. It's not my business. I just need to fight, you know. And if someone thinks he's very good because of that, you know, he has some problem with his mind.
And do you feel like you're fighting for a title shot here? We just had Sean O'Malley sitting in that chair, and he feels like if he wins, he's going to be next. Do you have the same feeling?
No, I don't feel even he gonna be next. You know, maybe after these fights, we're gonna fight for the title, and Merab and Petr maybe will fight rematch. You know, but for me, it doesn't matter. Any option, I will be ready.
Do you think the next fight for you would be in Abu Dhabi at the end of the year?
Yes, it's gonna be good, you know, and I can fight main event, 5 round, and if it's gonna be Sean O'Malley, for example, it's gonna be like big fight.
What did you learn from your last fight and the win that you're bringing into this fight?
I don't know, like I don't think about what I learned. I just try to be better every day, do like, you know, like learning, you know, wrestling, in jiu-jitsu, in striking. I try to train with the guys who one of the best in the world in that position. For example, I trained with Kimran Nabati. It's one of the best kickers. You know, he fought in one FC. You know, he's a world champion in Muay Thai, and like that. You know, I try to take something from guys in these guys the best in their area. You understand? In jiu-jitsu, in box, in kickboxing, wrestling. Doesn't matter.
What was camp for you like this time? Because I think you've been here for a while, right, in Las Vegas, and
I'm here almost 1 month. I'm here almost because here, like, you need come to before, you know. Here high, his weather is different, and you have to get jet lag.
Was it? What's it like, you know, not having Khabib here for most of the camp and Islam here, and obviously your brother as well? Like, is it more challenging?
Без Хабиба, без Ислама и без брата здесь как все это прошло?
Like always, we wasn't on phone, always connecting. They asking how is I feel. I recording my sparrings. I send it. They watch, send it to Javier, to Khabib, and they tell what the mistakes. What I have to be like a little dangerous. Like, you know, they tell me my mistakes, and everything was on control.
And just my last question, you had told me before the last fight, I asked what meant more to you, beating Merab and getting that rematch or the title, and you said it would be Merab. Is that still the case, or now that he's not the champion, has that changed?
Yes, it's still, and of course I want to take a revanche, and then I think belt not will go anywhere. I will come to take that, inshallah, and but right now, how I see, I think I need to fight one more time.
Umar, Khabib did an interview recently where he said that you and Petr Yan don't like each other and there's some tension there. What is the issue between you and Peter?
You know, it means like we're not friends, you know, and we're not enemy, but even we're not friends too, you know, and it's gonna be big fight for our country, you know, 2 guys fighting like for the title, and just that's it.
Would you say there's more of an issue between you and Merab than you and Peter?
Между вами с Мерабом и между тобой с Петром, где больше терки, где больше неприязнь?
You know, like I'm looking at that sport where I am, like looking at guys like my opponents in cage. It's most important things. And I don't have problem with them outside the cage, right? And one of the reason why we don't like each other, because if we can fight, we're gonna smash each other, you know. But if somebody will retire it, we don't have issue to be, you know, in conflict. And I think that position take all fighters, you know, because like nobody will fight with friend, right?
Hey Umar, over here. A lot of the fans online are talking about how you didn't get pushed up to the main event after Kayla Harrison pulled out. Did that surprise you at all?
Очень много фанатов говорит, что после того, как слетел главное событие, тебя не подняли на main card. Тебя это как-то задело?
For me, like, you know, doesn't matter. I can fight even out, in street, outside. You know, I can start this tournament. Doesn't matter. I just need cage, time, and I don't need even judge there, right? I don't care.
Umar over here. Obviously, Khabib gets very nervous watching all of his people fight. Which teammate makes him the most nervous, do you think?
Часто задают вопрос, кто за кого волнуется больше всего Хабиб, когда смотрит бои.
I think to all, you know, you can't come to corner somebody and not nervous. You can't control this. You wanna support this guy. You wanna give him good advices. You wanna he win, and it's impossible even like to imagine how you come to on the corner and you sit chilling. You know, you nervous always.
And one more from me. You got to train with Mikey Muzumichi in Jiu-Jitsu recently. What was that experience like, and what did you learn from each other?
I learned from him a lot of things, but for me, I don't think he learned anything, because, you know, I'm striker. Most of them I'm striker, and he will not, I think, fight, you know. But he's a high-level jiu-jitsu, and he have a lot of technique. What I can learn from him, like a lot of things. Some small details, but it's gonna be key for some ambition, for some joke, you know. Choke.
Umar, just one for me. Speaking of your teammates, Chanko seemed to be the biggest star back on the Madison Square Garden card, and I heard Islam say that he's kind of worried maybe he is getting too big for his britches and has too much fame too quick. Have you given him any advice? Have you talked to him? Did you expect him to be such a star at Madison Square Garden?
В Мэдисон Сквер Гардене, когда дрался Ислам, тогда, когда только появился Чанко, все взорвались, было очень много к нему внимания. И Ислам вроде бы как сказал, что, может быть, для него такое количество внимания, такое количество славы так рано, может быть, достаточно плохо, что он слишком как бы, ну, чтобы не пошло ему в голову это все дело. Что ты можешь ему посоветовать по этому поводу, Чанко?
I don't think he will in trouble because of that. I know this guy since 2012. You know, I know him a long time, and he was always like that. Who he have right now, he's still, you know, and even if he will become champion, I don't think he's gonna become cocky, like, you know.
Umar over here. Umar, there's been some talk at the end of last year that the UFC sometimes releases fighters if they feel like they can't speak English and promote themselves and they're not as exciting. As someone, you know, who has a lot of teammates who are probably still learning English, do you feel like it's true? Do you feel like there is pressure to have to learn the language and to fight a certain way in order to get the attention and opportunities from the promotion?
Of course, it's one of the reasons. If you don't talk with your fans, if people don't wanna see you, people don't know who are you, like your personal, it's gonna be a little trouble for promote yourself. But the most things what important it's I think how you fight. You can take a lot of trash. You can be one of the famous guys in the world, but when you go there in the cage, somebody smashed you. It's not working. They will not put you in main event, right? And it's everything going together. Like you have to be a killer, like good fighter, and you have to learn too. Of course, you need talk. And but for myself to be the guy like Chael Sonnen or someone else like who talking too much, like it's not my style. People is different, right? Everybody is different, and I think I can't do this, because of I'm different.
Do you ever give your teammates advice if they get frustrated, like, why can't I get their attention? Like, why can't it just be about the fighting? Like, what advice do you give your friends and teammates who are maybe struggling to get to that level where they get the opportunity?
Не советуешь своим ребятам из своей команды, которые говорят, что почему мне не дают возможность, почему меня не замечают? Ты какие-то им советы даешь насчет того, что нужно им сделать для того, чтобы их наконец-то заметили и поставили в правильный, турнир, например?
Just one advice for them: it's train and win every fight, and one day you will become like champion in any organization, in anywhere, And you can, how I told you can talk too much, and if you're losing every second fight, it's not working. Nobody cares about what we're talking, right? Thank you.
Привет, Умар. В одном из интервью ты сказал, что не уверен, что Дeiveson доставит тебе какие-то серьезные проблемы. Ты до сих пор так думаешь, или есть что-то в нем, чего прям стоит опасаться?
I believe there was an interview where you said that you don't think that Deiveson Figueiredo is going to present too much of an issue for you, too much of a problem. Do you still believe that, or is there something that you should be cautious of?
I'm not underestimate him. I think he's one of the tough guys and one of the experienced guys. And I'm not going to there to just walk, right? I'm gonna be fight with killer who gonna want to knock me out. And stylistically, I think it's not gonna be big trouble, inshallah.
Я не недооцениваю его, я понимаю, что я захожу в клетку против киллера, против человека, у которого очень большой опыт. То есть я не выхожу туда просто на прогулку, у меня будет достаточно серьезный бой, поэтому будет хорошая драка, и надеюсь, что я выиграю. Дай бог.
Умар, могу тебя попросить по-русски отвечать? Сереж переведет. Ты уже сказал, что Хабиб смотрел видео всех твоих тренировок, если что, корректировал. Но психологически, когда нет Хабиба, нет у тебя мысли, что здесь можно схалтурить, здесь можно немножечко недоработать. Потому что все мы знаем, как он стоит над вами и как вы работаете, когда он непосредственно в зале.
You already said that you send all of the videos of all of your training sessions to Khabib, and he kind of gives you back the feedback about that. But psychologically, maybe you have a thought of there's some corners that you could potentially cut because he's not here. As we all know that when he is here, he's very strict with all the training regimen. But now that he's not, maybe potentially you can take a little step back.
Да, конечно, когда он прям над твоей душой, когда он сам тебя тренирует, там другая нагрузка, он иногда бывает перегружает тоже, он знаешь как, он вот свой опыт, как он тренировался, он также вот нас тренирует. В целом, если ему сказать, например, я устал, я перегружен, он ничего не говорит, отдохни, нужно восстановиться. А так, я здесь не был один, со мной был Ислам Мамедов, который контролировал весь процесс тренировочный. Когда ты сам тренируешься, когда сам пытаешься что-то сделать, это чуть другое. Тебе по-любому нужен и тренер, и кто будет тебе помогать советами, и кто будет контролировать тренировочный процесс.
Yes, of course, it's very different when he's right on top of you. He's kind of over your soul. So it's very different when he's around. But, the thing with Khabib is the reason why he's pushing so hard and maybe sometimes pushes over too much is because this is the way that he used to train. This is the way that he used to work. So he's trying to project that onto us when we train together. But I wasn't here by myself. I had Islam Mamedov, who was overseeing my camp and kind of training with me the entire time. It's very different when you're trying to work by yourself, when you're trying to learn something by yourself. You always have to have somebody who is an outside mind, somebody who can see what you do and help you out with the process.
И последний короткий вопрос. Насколько принципиален для тебя реванш с Мерабом Двалишвили? Я имею в виду, если тебе предложат бой с ним не за пояс.
How important is it for you to actually get the rematch against Merab Dvaliishvili? Is it if it's not for the belt and they offer you the fight against him, the rematch, would you take it?
Честно сказать, я не вижу такого большого смысла сейчас это говорить, потому что таки, 90% ясно, что он будет драться заново за пояс, и мне так или иначе придется подраться еще раз. Если он проиграет еще раз, будет ли он мне интересен, это тоже хороший вопрос. Конечно, я не знаю, будет ли мне этот реванш интересен, потому что человек, который проиграл 2 раза, продолжили свой путь к поясу или с ним, будем уже по мере поступления решать эти все задачи. Сейчас это я не вижу смысла.
You know, to be honest, I don't know if there's a reason to speculate about something like that because it's pretty obvious that he is going to be the next one to fight for the title. So I most likely will have to have another fight. Now, if we're talking about him fighting again against Petr Yan for the title and he loses again the second time, would that make sense then for me to fight against him if he's going on a two-fight losing streak? Will it bring me closer to the belt? I don't know. I guess it's something that we'll have to see. We'll see what happens and then we'll kind of figure that out as it happens.
Большое спасибо. Thank you so much, guys.